This conference will now be recorded.
Right, this is Rajesh. Welcome back again. I'm going to be discussing about the topic of arrays here now. Right, what is an array? So the basic concept we can able to say that array is a derived data type. See, if people can able to observe the clean observation that uh, a basic or fundamental data type, which is nothing but int, character, and all these things, those data types is can only accept um, only one single value at a time. But whereas um, whereas an array can able to accept multiple values of a same data type. Okay, so at that point of moment, we have a situation that we need to accept the multiple values with the same data types. Then we need to go with the concept of arrays. Okay, so right, and the next one here is the definition that what they are trying to say here is the array is a derived data type, first point, and the next one is it is a group of related data items that shared under a common name, right? So, and the next one here is that means the group of related data items. If you have some kind of integer values, some list of values with you. So integer values, some list of integer values with you, so that we can able to go ahead. All those things, values will be related to integer, so that we can able to store under a single name. Okay, all those values we can able to store under a single name. So that's what he's trying to say. An array is a group of related data items that share a common name. An array is defined as an ordered set of similar data items. Also, this is also another kind of similar simple words that we can able to define an array. Right. The data items of an array are stored in a consecutive memory locations in the RAM. So consecutive is nothing but what meant one after the another. That means that in the sequence locations we are going to be stored. Okay, how it is and all, we'll show that in the pictorial representation. I'll show you in the further things. Okay, further slides. The elements of an array are of the same data types, and each item can be accessed using the same name. How they are going to accessing, man? Let us see now. M of 1 and M of 2 and M. My array name is M. Okay, M of 1 is nothing but the location. So 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and so on. We can able to use that arrays. Okay, right. Then the next one here is what are the different classifications of the array. We can able to say that. See, as it is an one-dimensional array, two-dimensional array, and multi-dimensional array. These are the different types of arrays that was being represented, right? So, so mostly one-dimensional array, mostly it is going to be with a sequential locations, with the consecutive locations or the sequential locations. We can able to see only one dimension, n number of values that need to be stored. But whereas two-dimensional array, we can able to do the matrix representation. It can able to came into the picture. Okay, so that means rows and columns it will be getting into the picture. So and so on, we can able to use the more than one-dimensional array, whatever it is that we are going to calling it as a multi-dimensional arrays. How that syntax and representations we'll see in the further slides. Okay, so the initialization of an array, how we are going to be initializing all the specific memory locations, partial array initializations, and initialization without the size, string initializations, all these things we'll see that one how we do. Okay. Right. The thing here is an array introduction, man, how it was going to be happen. See, I said that int, you can see that how to find the size of an array. Also, we will see that one also. So we see that the size of an array, the total size of an array. So what is the total size of an array? The total size of an array is being seen that the size of an array int. This is what the syntax, the data type that we have to follow, and what kind of values, whether it is an int. If it is an int, then we have to specify int, prefix that int. Okay, and otherwise if it is a float, then we have to prefix with a float. If it is a characters, then we have to prefix with a char. Okay, the list of multiple values that we are going to be similar values. Okay, and I said that a of 7. What is this 7, man? A 7 is nothing but the size. That means it indicates the subscription or index. Okay, the 7 is trying to saying that, which is nothing but size of the array. So that means 7 values that we are going to be stored under a single name, which is nothing but, what is that name, man? A. Okay, that is equal to, I said it is a direct initialization, man. That is equal to 69, 61, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. These are the 7 values that I'm going to be storing into array A. Then how it was going to be stored, we will see that one. See, you can come to here. This is what the complete pictorial representation you can able to see. Okay. See, the first point here is A is my array name, right? This is what I told, that array name, right? And next, what we told man previously, it's going to be stored the values in a consecutive locations, right? That means sequential locations, right? What is that location in the sense? This is what meant. Array should always start from 0 to n-1. The ending value should be n-1. That means 0 it was going to be started. So 7 is nothing but 7 minus 1, which is nothing but 6 locations it was going to be created. So you can see that. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So each location size should be the memory. This is what the memory cell meant. This memory cell is having a size of 2 bytes. Why? Because as you specified, you're going to storing the each value. Each value is with what data type, man? Int. So int is nothing but how many bytes it was going to be occupied with? 2 bytes. So into how many values you are going to be storing, man? 7. So 2 into 7, 14 bytes of memory cells that was created in the consecutive locations. The locations are nothing but this one. This is what all we call it as index also. The first location, which is nothing but 0, it should always start with. Okay, right. And internally, your operating system is going to be creating a memory address, which is nothing but like this. This we can't able to see. We can't able to change or modify. We are not able to creating that one. So for each memory cell, your operating system is trying to creating an one memory address value. Okay, so that was created by your operating system. Take care about your operating system. So this is what how it was going to be created. I'm looking into it. So but as part of our view, so we can able to get only the a of 0. A of 0 is nothing but 61. See, and so on. 69 has been stored into 0th location, and 61 has been stored into 1 location. This is what the 69 we are calling it as an value, array value, or element, or items you can able to call it as. Okay, so 61, 70, 89, 23, and so on, we are going to storing the values. So totally how many values? 7 values. What is the range of array? We can able to say 0 to size minus 1. Size is nothing but what means 7. 7 minus 1, which is nothing but 6. Now 0 to 6 positions it was going to be created, and into each position it was stored the values 61, 69, 61, 70, 89, 23, 10, and 9, and so on. You can able to store the values so automatically. So once we assign this kind of syntax, okay, right. And we can able to clearly justify how many what is the size of the array that it was going to be occupied also. So 2 bytes for each integer, it is nothing but 2 bytes. So into how many values? Totally 7 values. That is totally 14 bytes of space that was being occupied for this particular array. So how can you get these values, man? If you said that a of 0, then you can able to get 69. Okay, and so on like that. So this is what the thing that was the syntax of an array definition, and you can able to say that data type of an array. Okay, int is of name of the array, size of the array. That's what we already discussed about it, and the brackets that we are going to be taking in. Okay. So this is all about this the size of the array, and the simple syntax that we can able to say the data type, array name, and the size. So int a of 5, this is what we call it as declaration, and the flat percentage of 10, that is also declaration. The size that we at the point of declaration, it is a mandatory thing that we need to go with. The size has to be specified. Okay, so this is how we can able to see the single dimensional array, and this is what the introduction, how it was going to be calculated and all. And each memory cell that we can able to create it. Okay, So this is all about the introduction about the arrayment. So we'll see in the next coming class what is a single dimensional array and what is a two-dimensional array, and what are the multi-dimensional arrays that we can able to see. Okay. Right. And as part of this one, we can able to say, all right. Right. Thank you. We'll see you in the next session. Thank you, man.